So Trolls World Tour for me is just an average film. The idea of just eradicating all types of music for rock isn't exactly the same as a load of people wanting to eat trolls and then them singing around things to make people happy. It's completely different.
Americans are coming! Ah!
I think this could have worked because the story idea weren't too bad of eradicating music, but it just wasn't a great sequel to Trolls. Like, if this were its own film and it was called something completely different, I could roll with it. I could get along with it. But since it was linked to the first Trolls film, it just didn't have that same effect, that same edginess, that same feel to it that the first movie had, unfortunately. And that's just my opinion, that I think that there's a big difference between them and there's a gap between them simply for that reason of the story just wasn't as good or as edgy and as interesting as what the previous one was. I mean, the main thing to talk about is probably the villain, which was Barb, and Barb wasn't a bad villain. She felt threatening, wanting to eradicate the likes of pop, country, any other type of music that weren't that rock and roll sort of music. And apart from her, I don't think there was anything else really good about this film. I'm gonna be honest. I think the film just came across as quite boring, and apart from the villain doing something a little bit out of the ordinary, a little bit above average, where it's like, oh, I'm a villain, I'm going to destroy all types of music, blah, blah, blah. And she manages to take over several, and take their strings that make them sing in country or in whatever, and wants to dominate and just have everybody listening to rock and roll music, and which is, like I said, a good idea, but maybe not for the Trolls franchise, let's be honest. I think it would have worked better with something completely different and a whole different story, but had that same feeling to it. But yeah, I think the character development, even with Poppy and Branch, where you're thinking, oh, they're probably going to get together in this film. Yeah, and it just felt so average. There was nothing exciting about it. Put it this way, this movie makes Finding Dory look interesting.
Dory?
Yeah, and the ending was more of the same averageness of Barb wanting to take over rock and roll. She manages to get all the guitar strings so that she can pluck it and then manage to change everything to rock and roll. However, before that, Poppy's like, oh, I'm fighting against this, and then snaps the guitar strings in half, killing all music. Oh no. But then somehow they end up all creating this weird beat thing, creating a song, and they find out, oh, it's not the guitar strings that make us sing in these tones, and all these music makes everybody feel happy. And then you're having Barb going, oh, I didn't know that all this other music was actually good. It's just not a great film, let's be honest. It's just bang average at best. Before we jump back into this video, guys, please do us a massive favour and smash that subscribe button, because you do not want to miss a thing this week, next week, and the week after, because we've got tons and tons of content planned for you guys, and you can do us a massive favour by smashing that subscribe button, joining the community, getting updates to all the latest videos from the YouTube shorts to the actual videos. It is well worth it, completely free, and you will not regret it. So to summarise this pretty bang average sequel, this is a 6.5 out of 10 on an average film. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments down below. Do you totally disagree with me? Do you agree with me? Let us know all that jazz down those comments down below. And if you haven't yet checked out our Trolls movie review, go check that out right now.